Greetings, YouTube. The recommendations have started flooding in. I am so appreciative of everybody who's contacted me on the Line app. Even if you don't have video evidence, right? Just to say, hey, just to give you a heads up, if anybody asks, this is who I've used against Guillotine 2099 or the Mephisto boss or Elsa Bloodstone, Man-Thing, etc. It always makes me happy to pass on knowledge to the community, whether it be video form or text form, whatever. And so today, Satariat 27, I think that's how you pronounce it, sorry, has used his Havok, his rank 4 Havok, to do some real impressive damage and make quick work of Elsa Bloodstone. I've watched this video once, and I also have to say, I appreciate when you send me a video and it's not a perfect fight. I just feel like, at least for me, I can't relate to perfect fights. I am not a perfect fighter in this game by any means. In fact, I'm the opposite. A lot of times I'm a perfect way to see that, hey, you too can have a YouTube channel and play a game for 4 years and still get wrecked by people who maybe you should beat. So Havok is one of my favorite champions of the past year, truly underrated, not just for an incredible special 3. And so what we're going to do right now is check out this fight against Elsa Bloodstone. You'll notice that no boosts are used, and I want you to keep in mind the plasma count that is inflicted on Elsa. Like I said, it's not a perfect fight, but we start with some feedback, doing 170 damage per tick. Pretty awesome. Bait the heavy. Another parry. That is certainly the parry-heavy attack strategy seems to be the way to go. But you take a special to the face, and it is pretty devastating. Plasma detonation is truly awesome. 9 charges just were detonated, and then builds up another 10. That was over 5,000 damage, I think, per tick on that, and then 3,500 once again. So let's watch that, since it's a short video, one more time just to kind of go through this. If you have Havok and you enjoy fighting with him, I really think Havok is a no-brainer to take to rank 4. He's somebody that, as the game continues to evolve and new metrics come out that require different strategy, particularly with Elsa, because this is a unique champion that kind of forces you to do more parries and heavies, which is why I think she's going to be a nightmare in Alliance War. I kept thinking when I was fighting her in the uncollected difficulty yesterday, like, this sucks, but thank God I don't have to do this every week in Alliance War. I have so much respect for those of you who still love Alliance War, because it's just not my scene. I just don't think it's fun. It's not worth the stress and the recruiting too. But there you go. It's just plasma detonation. You know, most of it's just keeping your distance and having the plasma do the work. So this is a really awesome tip for those of you who have a 5-star Havok particularly. And if you haven't given it a try, you might also consider, if you are somebody in Alliance War who maybe doesn't have a good counter for this defender, to think about taking up your Havok at some point, or at least making it a goal if you eventually pull Havok to take him up. I think he's one of the more fun champions to play with offensively as well, and that's the kind of thing that I enjoy. That's why I typically promote champions that are at least good on offense first, if not good offensively and defensively. But if they're mainly just defenders, I don't think it's worth it to take some very, very, shall we say, questionable offensive champs that are really good on defense up to rank 4 or certainly 5, because resources are so hard to come by, particularly for people who don't have access to map 6 or 7 in Alliance Quest or the Master kind of Alliance War rewards. It's just not something that you're going to get very fast. So you should save your rewards for people that you can also wreck content with, because I like to think for most people,